Okay, Joe, you have a couple of teams here that are going to be representing Hockey East here at Fenway Park for the 100-year anniversary. How excited are you for this?
Oh, anytime you come in here, it's exciting. The first time we did it, it was a flawless success. Maybe a little nervous. We had to do flawless twice, but we're all very excited about it. You know, the fact that it goes with the 100th anniversary is kind of a bonus. I think the event by itself is going to be great. I think we're going to attract more than just the usual hockey fans that go to games every Friday and Saturday night. I think the alumni of the schools will probably come out and celebrate their affiliation with their respective schools, and we're certainly hoping that happens.
You are very familiar with Fenway Park. Talk about what you feel like the atmosphere is going to be here on January 7th.
Well, you know, it was a big party the last time. I mean, we had, obviously, it was a little bit of a different dynamic where we had a women's game and a men's game, so the crowd really built up for the start of the men's game. I think this is going to be more like our tournament semifinals, where the end of game one and the beginning of game two is where you're going to see all the people. Obviously, we want to have a winter carnival atmosphere. We had snow the last time, but we don't want it to be so cold that people don't want to sit out and watch more than 3 periods of hockey. We hope people stick around, and that's what it was. I mean, I remember walking late in the third period, and there was very little attrition. You know, people just stayed there. They were having a good time, and that's what we want to see again.
The last time this was held here at Fenway Park, tickets sold out in just 2 days. What are your expectations for this year on September 17th?
Well, you know, they actually sold out, when we went on sale to the public, they actually sold out in 3 hours. I know Sam said 2 days, but, you know, the schools have an opportunity first. Each of the schools will have a chance, you know, through their alumni groups or their friends of hockey, and a good portion of the tickets go as the 4 schools are offered. And then I think it was right around the same time the last time, because they will be promoting this quite heavily during Red Sox games, and the Red Sox still, you know, draw well. They're in a pennant race, so we expect to see the same kind of interest and hopefully the same kind of response on September 13th.
What was it like planning this and deciding which teams would play?
Well, deciding the teams, to me, it wasn't that difficult. We knew really from the start we weren't going to go back with the same team. So even though BCBU has a certain draw to it, you know, it is a league-backed event. We've got obligations to share the wealth, so to speak, with everybody else. And other than that particular matchup, I think the UNH Maine matchup resonates as a special matchup. And the fact that we are a New England League, I actually came up with the idea for the 4 Division I state universities, and it was a very easy sell to the Red Sox. You know, they're a Boston team, but they're New England's team, so they liked the idea of celebrating New England.
We'll talk about the planning now. You've been working closely with the Red Sox. What has that been like?
Well, you know, I did not know Sam Kennedy before all this started, and he's a huge hockey fan. I mean, he's you know, high up in the Red Sox organization, but it falls to him to sell to the ownership that this is a good idea. Sam's a former high school hockey player at Brooklyn, Mass, and he probably skated on the ice the last time more than anybody else. So with his backing, and he's just been a real pro to work with. You know, as a single sport conference, we only have 3 full-time people, and so Pete and Kathy and I can only do so much. But the Red Sox organization embraced this at a time when they really usually are not that busy. So, you know, they could be looking at us a little bit funny for the 2 weeks that we're making them work, or leading up to those 2 weeks. But they were very professional. They were absolutely terrific.